Okay, Coach, we're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Down, 60 Pittsburgh. You ain't doing nothing. Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll run on first down. It's Palmer, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check 6-6, pull it high.
And they give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He can't handle it. He's not going to get it.
On second down, it's Palmer, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, third and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Hey, Sam off. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. You jet bombers. You jet bombers. Hey, turn it up. Big air. Get up.
To throw on third down, Bradshaw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded at the 7. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over with a first and 10 deep in their own territory. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's make these babies.
Throwing on second down, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He's got this almost to 4 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Tighten down. There you go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Third down and 5.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Bridgewater. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Was looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Go. Mark 55. Mark 55. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing is Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9. At the 16.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Bravo.
From the gun, Bradshaw. And that is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. On third and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. On first down, Palmer. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards on the ground. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Palmer, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 13. Check 13. Wait. Check. Kill.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
26 Mike.
To throw, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out.
They'll try the left side. Palmer. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd down.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bradshaw. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Palmer. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the double. 26 Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Browns
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they need. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down now, it's Palmer. And so we'll end the maneuver. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 1st down, Bradshaw. Complete. It's Johnson. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Browns' 36-yard line.
18 Gator. 54. Send him west. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bradshaw under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Joe Schobert, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Switch, go.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
26, Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. 26, Mike. Bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
61, matchbox White. Hey, Haywood. He's coming. We got double up. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there and tried to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
To try again after the sack, Bridgewater, and his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Eddie Weber. Wahoo. 26, Mike.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Spy, recon, 132 fighter.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Go!
On 1st down, it's Palmer. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bradshaw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Here we go. Come on, Henry. Check. Watch 54. Yeah, I got you.
take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
He don't want it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Tight right, tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. Off. 26 mark. I got you.
Bridgewater. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check curls.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Palmer. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st down, Steelers.
60 Pittsburgh. You might be getting tired of seeing me. 36. Now.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's got the lane, and there he they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, Delta. 52. 52.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. I know he ain't got it. Check 3, check 3.
Second and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down, Steelers.
How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, Palmer, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Palmer, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go.
Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Down. 8, read. Let him know. Now.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.